warm up done. It is hot and steamy out there. Alright, shoe change time. First time getting to run back in the Alpha Flies in nearly 2 months. So this is going to be fun this morning. Alright, so I'm back. It's been a wild couple of weeks for a lot of reasons. Had a couple days there that was sort of questioning everything and had a little bit of a slump, but back on track now. So what's been going on? We had a cyclone. That was interesting. Biggest news, best news, the goat is coming to Sydney, coming out to Australia. We're actually in Sydney now, in the northern beaches, but the Kipchoge is running Sydney Marathon. So if I wasn't excited about it before, definitely am now. We'll talk about that more in the upcoming weeks. We thought I restrained my calf, which was sort of what led to everything going a bit wobbly. MRI, I haven't restrained my calf, there's actually nothing wrong with it. And the last strain is completely healed. So that was confusing because it still hurt, but we've worked through that now and I am back to, touch wood, running pain-free. And I'm actually probably going to be a little bit naughty and message my coach today and say it's time to get off the physio program and go back to full running, or assuming that this run goes well. But what's this run? This run is just a little teaser video back into everything going good. Today we've got probably the most famous session in distance running in Australia. We got Moneghetti Fartlek, or Mona's Fartlek as people call it. It's named after Steve Moneghetti, obviously, one of the greatest marathoners that Australia has ever had. Now, the funny thing about this one is that there's actually probably about 15 different versions of this session. So this morning I'll be doing the one that I've always been taught, that was the one that I always did. And it's just a really fun little builder session to get back going. So it's 2.5 minutes on, 2.5 minutes off, twice, 4 minutes, 1 minute on, 1 minute off, 4 times, 30 seconds on, 30 seconds off, 4 times, 15 seconds on, 15 seconds off, 4 times. So I'm gonna quickly finish changing my shoes. I'm gonna do my drills, let Dad go to work, and then get started. So see you out there and we'll have a little bit of a talk around why it's such a good session and how it'll help you get faster. So let's get into it. Side note before I get started, this Salomon running belt is becoming one of my absolute favorite running extra things. It just makes it so much easier to carry anything with you. And it hides really nicely just under your shirt. With the zipper on the back, you don't have to worry about losing keys or phones, mainly phones. Let's go. Alright, 3, 2, 1, let's go. Alright, first rep done. Everything's feeling good. So, let's keep on going. Alright, rep 2. Let's go. Start to settle in now. Work the rest of the session. All right, so got the session done. It's a bit tricky to get footage on that one because it's a bit start-stop, but huge tick. Averaged around, huge tick. Averaged around 340 for the on, and was sort of ignoring the off today. Take 3. Yeah, so between 320 and 340 for the on, and I was ignoring the off today. I was gonna talk about this during the session, but I'm supremely unfit at the moment, so I was really struggling. But Fartlek is such a good session to do, and when you get it right, it's just a really good indicator of fitness and a really good benchmarking session, in my opinion. I think a lot of people get a bit caught up in doing the on like as fast as they can, and they're not going quick enough in the off. But to really do it right, and this is just all in my opinion, you want your ons and your offs to be no more than 30 to 40 seconds apart in pace. So that means you got to be moving pretty quick still in your ons. I did this session a couple of months ago before we went to Japan, and I averaged 358 for the whole thing, which meant that I was sort of doing the offs at around like 405, 410, and all of my ons were down around around 330 or quicker. And I blew up in the end, but still managed to hold on for that. So this would be a good session to come back to in a couple of weeks. Track the fitness. Definitely going to get back into normal program tomorrow. This video was just a little teaser one back to get back in the swing of things. Very close to having my first sort of art project ready to start filming and then put out there, which will be very exciting. Art can be a bit boring, but I think I've got a pretty creative and cool way to make it not boring. So that'll be very soon to be shared. And now that I'm back, I'm going to spend the next probably week or two just doing this, getting back in the swing while I plan out my series, which will be running into Gold Coast and then Sydney and then Melbourne. So I'm going to figure out how to do that really cool, and you'll see it when it's ready. But back in the swing of things now. It's all right to have little hiccups, but you got to dust yourself off and get going again. So helicopter. So yeah, that's that for this week. I hope you liked it. Subscribe, share, like, comment, all of those good things. It's going to get really good. I've definitely got really good ideas, and I've starting to figure out a plan on how to actually start making them. So look forward to what's coming soon, and I'll see you next week.